Empathy is one of the best qualities a person can have. It means being able to understand and feel what another person is feeling. And it's something most of us like to think we're pretty good at. But there's a dark side to empathy that no one talks about. And once you realize what it is, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Hi, I'm a mental health educator, and today I'm going to talk about 7 things no one tells you about empathy. Before we get into it, please click like and subscribe so more people find out about this important topic. And stick around until the end, because I'll be sharing some tips on how to protect yourself from the negative aspects of empathy without losing your compassionate nature. No. 1. Some people use empathy to get what they want. Skilled manipulators can sniff out another person's vulnerabilities from miles away. They can sense your soft spots and play right into them, often leaving you feeling like a better person because you were just trying to help. They gain your trust, and then they hit you with a sucker punch when they use you to get what they need. Emotional exploitation is one of the many tactics abusers use to maintain control over their victims. By getting you to believe that your love and concern are reciprocated, they can gain your trust and later betray it at will. Number 2. Too much empathy can burn you out. If you're always taking on the feelings of everyone around you, chances are you're going to experience some level of emotional burnout. This happens when you've been nurturing everyone else's feelings to the point where you don't know where your feelings begin and theirs end. Do you feel exhausted by the constant worry about other people's emotions? Are you often left feeling drained or anxious without knowing why? These could be signs of empathy fatigue. You're not a bad person for feeling this way. In fact, it's a natural response to taking on too much emotional responsibility. It's essential to recognize these feelings and take steps to care for ourselves, such as setting healthy boundaries and practicing self-compassion. Number 3. People will weaponize your empathy against you. Let's say you're the kind of person who feels guilty when you can't help someone in need. Well, someone could use that against you. For example, let's imagine you've been working long and hard hours to achieve your goals. Suddenly, your friend calls you, asking for a favor that would require you to take time away from your responsibilities. Despite your desire to help, you politely decline due to your busy schedule. However, instead of respecting your decision, they resort to guilt-tripping you, saying something like, "Wow, so you really don't care about our friendship after all." As a result, you feel compelled to drop everything and rush to their aid. Whether it's lending money, providing emotional support, or running errands, it's never easy to turn down a friend in need. But it's also unfair for them to manipulate you through guilt. Number 4. Gaslighting is another tactic people will use against you. By preying on your emotions, they make you question your own judgment and perception of reality. For instance, if you're in a relationship with someone who frequently plays on your empathy, you might find yourself constantly apologizing for your actions or feelings. They may make you feel as though you're overreacting or being too sensitive. Over time, this can cause you to second-guess your intuition and become increasingly anxious or depressed. Number 5. People will use your empathy to keep you trapped in toxic relationships. Imagine you're in a toxic relationship. Your partner, friend, or even family member constantly takes advantage of your empathy to manipulate and control you. They know exactly what buttons to push to make you feel guilty or responsible for their actions. Maybe you've tried to end the relationship before, but they managed to talk you back into staying with them. Perhaps they threatened to hurt themselves if you left them or made you believe that you were the only one who truly understood them. Whatever the case, you're tired of feeling used and trapped. The constant emotional manipulation has taken a toll on your mental and physical health. You know it's time to end the relationship, but fear and guilt hold you back. Don't worry, you're not alone. Many people struggle with similar situations, but there's hope for change. Number 6. Leaders and groups will use stories of empathy to get what they want. From politicians to religious leaders, many people in power use empathy as a tool to influence others. They share stories that tug at your heartstrings, hoping that you'll rally behind their cause. While emotional appeals can be powerful, it's important to remain aware and not let your emotions cloud your judgment. After all, empathy isn't always what it seems. Number 7. People will pretend to be empathetic to gain your trust. Some people fake empathy to get what they want. For example, imagine you're going through a tough time and someone offers a listening ear and words of comfort. They ask questions, offer advice, and express genuine concern. At first, you feel seen and supported, but as time passes, you realize their empathy may not be genuine. Their interest in your problems seems to have an ulterior motive. They pry into personal details and offer unsolicited advice. You feel used and question their motives. Number 8. To protect yourself without losing your compassion, set emotional boundaries. It's okay to take some time to process your feelings before responding to others. Take a deep breath, count to 10, remove yourself from the situation temporarily. This gives you space to consider how to respond in a thoughtful and measured way. Remember, you don't have to sacrifice your compassion to protect yourself. With practice, you can learn to balance empathy with critical thinking and safeguard yourself against those who seek to exploit your kindness. Learning how to protect yourself from those who exploit your empathy can be challenging, but it's essential to maintain your emotional well-being and foster healthier relationships. By recognizing the potential risks of empathy, you can develop strategies to mitigate them and ensure that your compassionate nature is not manipulated or taken advantage of. It's important to remember that empathy is a strength, not a weakness. By embracing your capacity for understanding and sharing the feelings of others, you can forge deeper connections and create a more compassionate world. However, it's equally crucial to acknowledge the potential pitfalls of empathy and take proactive steps to safeguard yourself against those who might seek to exploit it. In conclusion, empathy is an incredibly powerful and valuable quality that allows us to connect with others on a deeper level and fosters compassion and understanding in our relationships. However, it's important to recognize the potential downsides of empathy and take steps to protect ourselves from those who may try to exploit it. By developing emotional boundaries, fostering critical thinking skills, and cultivating self-awareness, we can navigate the complexities of empathy and harness its power for good while mitigating the risks. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe for more informative content. Remember, empathy is a strength, not a weakness. By embracing our ability to understand and share the feelings of others, we can create a more compassionate and connected world. However, it's also crucial to be aware of the potential pitfalls of empathy and take proactive steps to protect ourselves from those who might seek to exploit it. Stay compassionate, but stay smart. Until next time.